Are you squidding me?
Hello and welcome back to Race to Prestige Season 4. It's been a couple days since I've said it. I haven't played Awesomenauts really all week. I've been really busy. But Leon, cool. So, very strong. I still haven't looked up a build for him, so I'm not quite sure how to build him, and it kind of depends on who I face. But I'll see you when the game actually starts. Okay, here we go. So, today, this is gonna be interesting. Today's topic of discussion is just gonna be talking about matchmaking. Someone mentioned it in a comment, and I figured that was a good enough topic to talk about. There's just a bunch of problems. Oh boy, this is gonna be weird. There's just a lot of problems with the current matchmaking the way it is. If you didn't know, the way matchmaking works is it tries to... It doesn't use leagues like a lot of people think, although what it is based off of is close to leagues. It's how leagues are determined. But the way it ranks, or it matches you, is it tries to find someone with the exact same rating. Not exact, but as close rating as possible. Where is my team? Where is my team? There's my team. Great. No, it was very powerful in this patch. Because they didn't say that... Oh boy. No, it's just obnoxiously powerful right now. Because of his weedlings. They're just really strong. The latest patch, when they reworked how droids work, is they changed the way droid, like, the damage gets applied to knots and stuff. But then they also changed that his weedlings are not considered knots, and so the extra damage and the damage you... I won't be a jerk. I didn't do it. But okay, so matchmaking. The way it works is it tries to find a similar rated dudes to go with you, and it tries to match you from there on. But the problem with that is there's just not enough players in the player base to consistently actually do that. A lot of times you'll get matched with players that are like rank higher or rank lower, and this is unfortunate. Did he go? No, he didn't. Man, might actually get a double episode out of this one. Yep, looks like it. Oh boy, was he host? Nope. Okay, matchmaking. There's not enough players in the actual player base to consistently match you with players that are actually your level. And so what that leads you doing is a lot of times you get stomped by people a lot higher league than you, which is unfortunate. Oh my. Wow. This is just bizarre. This is taking up all of my attention right now. But there's just not enough players, and that's a really unfortunate thing. is there's just not enough people playing this game, which stinks because this is such an amazing game. Yet there's just a major lack of players playing this game. And unfortunately, the bots are actually very good. Looks like this is going to be another double episode, so the numbers are going to continually be messed up. Man. Gonna be messed up by even more, rather. Guess we'll continue the discussion later, in a minute. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. I'll see you when the next game starts. Let's see here. Man, this means more editing for me. Blah. Okay, here we go. So, let's pick a knot first. Durple. Nope, that's the second time. I've got the stats right behind me. But that's the way the matchmaking works. And the big problem with that is we don't have enough players. There's generally only about 2,000 to 3,000 players online at a time. And if you compare that to other big MOBAs out there, like Awesomenauts isn't even a big MOBA, it's just a MOBA. Like LoL has hundreds of thousands of players at one time, so is Dota, and so it just doesn't have the player base to be able to split it up in ways that, like, oh, well, only pre-mades here. Well, there's just not enough pre-mades to actually do that. And that's why you really can't separate it like that, like a lot of people want. But I'll see when this game actually starts. Okay, here we go. Hopefully he doesn't live up to his clan tag. Oh, it's the same. Is that the Voltar from the previous game today? But the other aspect of matchmaking I wanted to talk about was, what do I want to go for? Let's go for that. The fact that this game was sort of designed to be a drop-in, drop-out experience. That is their words, not mine. They've always described this game as a game you can drop in and out of, and the thing about that is it doesn't discourage rage quitting or people leaving early. At least it doesn't do it enough. The only thing you lose by leaving early is some rating. And really, you don't care that much about rating because it doesn't matter that much in the long term. And so there's really no method right now to discourage rage quitting, which is unfortunate because that's probably one of my least favorite things about this game is the fact that so many people rage quit. It makes playing a game hard because you can still make a comeback. You can still mount a comeback and do quite well, but people refuse to even try, and that just really is a bummer sometimes because some of the closest matches have been, like, the best victories have been won, like, in the last 30 minutes, like, where it's just been a complete turnaround. Those are my favorite kind of matches, ones that it's so awesome. You think, like, wow, I can't believe we turned that around. And I don't know, that's sort of just what makes me a little bit sad, is the drop-in, drop-out nature. And the other unfortunate problem about that is the fact of the replacements. Not one, it's very annoying getting stuck into a game where you've already, like, you're down everything, and yeah, you get like late join people. They get extra solar, but that kind of doesn't help that much. It's a nice little, like, gift where it's just like, hey, okay, we're putting you into a stinky game, but here's some extra solar while you're at it. But I've always said this has always been my point of view, is that the people who often get hurt the most in a rage quit situation is the winning team. because usually it's the lowest common denominator that leaves first. It's the worst player that leaves first. And so when you get to replace your worst player on a team, that's often, you almost always get a better player to sub in for that person. You basically get to sub in a really good player for your really stinky player. And that's a natural advantage. The other thing is that your builds are just completely messed up. Like, you might be building against a Froggy, and all of a sudden that Froggy leaves. Well, now what? Your build is basically useless in that game. Like, it's really hard to adjust builds really quick, especially when they can build specifically for you with all the late join solar. It's really obnoxious. Not obnoxious. I understand why it exists, but it's still frustrating that it exists. Wow, we're pushing this turret fast. That guy doesn't know how to play Genji. I'm working on a guide right now, but it's gonna take a while. But the other thing I wanted to talk about this episode was the worldwide settings and how that works. This deals a lot with how like laggy people get into games, and the reason for that is that the way the worldwide settings work is it only checks what games you join into. And so if you have your settings set to only local or same region, whatever that one is, that means you will only join games that are local area. But the thing is, that doesn't stop anyone from joining your game that does not have those settings. So it only depends on the player, the laggy player. So there's no way to really stop a laggy players in general from entering your game, which can be unfortunate, because they're not the funnest things to play. Like, I understand they don't have people in their region to play with, but the problem is, my biggest problem is people who are cocky when they are laggy, like extremely laggy, where like they wouldn't be doing as well as they would be if they didn't have lag. And that's what frustrates me, is when they're extremely cocky, they taunt all the time, like, wow, I'm so good at this game. Well, no, you just have a crappy internet connection. And that kind of frustrates me, the way that works. Not again. That's unfortunate. But, yeah, Gnaw is definitely really powerful this patch because of his weedlings don't actually count as getting the extra damage from all the extra damage upgrades. They're basically treated like mini droids, and so like if I had an upgraded Cocoa Ball, usually that would do 67 damage, but the problem is in this patch, it doesn't do 67. Instead, it does, ooh, perfect aim there. It does 40 damage, like normal, and so that makes clearing Gnaw nests insanely difficult, which is unfortunate because, well, I mean, it's a new meta. We will adapt. Ooh, there's a sentry. Oh. So, Gnaw, if that doesn't get changed, I will definitely be changing up my tier list. This tier list took a major sweeping change as of this patch. It's kind of crazy just how much I'm going to change in that thing because of this patch alone. Like Ray and Scree have been downgraded a lot from where I put them. People like Gnaw have been upgraded. I'm not going to form my tier list just yet. I'm still waiting for the meta to sort of settle down a little bit before I make any decisions, because this game is very much in flux right now. And who knows what it's gonna, if they're gonna revert some changes, if they don't like the fact that games are lasting much longer than they used to. You know, it kind of all depends on them. I kind of don't know what to build to go for. I kind of like Cat Dirtball a lot, but it's very impractical. Nope. Lol. Dirtball cares not for your flippin' trees. Bam. Oops. I did not intend to do that. Oh man, I'm not even getting a kill this time. Oh my gosh, this scree is very funny. Oh, this is a bad mistake. Mistakes were made. But yeah, I just figured I'd talk about the matchmaking. It gives me something to talk about. I'm running low on topics, and I figured it was decent enough time to talk about. As it is a very pressing matter. It affects anyone who plays Awesomenauts. So that's a lot of you. That's a lot of you. No, it's so powerful, this bitch. It's not even funny. Oh man. So it would be nice if Awesomenauts could get a lot more players. That would really make the matchmaking much better. Ooh, I think they separated those upgrades. Let's grab a couple little money there and get some more. Oh, that's a lot more money. Let's grab a damage upgrade as well. But it's unfortunate how it is, but it's really the best that it could be at the moment. There's really not much they could change to make it any better. Which is unfortunate, I know, but there's not really too much you can do about it. After pull. Fancy! What are you gonna do about that? Ah, 2 short ones. That's gonna be fun. I have a feeling this scoop is new. Hi there. Oh my. No, must escape. Oh, I guess it doesn't have much damage anyway. No, we don't quite have a perfect. Sentry died once. Close. Close to it. Kind of be nice to get 1 kill. I want a kill. No, must has. No, I didn't get one. That's unfortunate, but like I said earlier in this episode, there's no real punishment for rage quitting. Like, there's no tangible thing. Like, it doesn't keep you from joining. Not that I think they should implement anything. I'm just saying there's no downside to leaving a game. And I've gotten angry enough to almost leave. I don't think I've ever left a game. Well, probably once or twice in 2 years of playing. But anyway, that will be it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Woohoo, lots of editing for me to do tonight. And it's already 12 a.m. See you next time. If you've got topics for discussion, leave them in the comments. I forgot about that.